Hey folks, Jerome Forestwood here. It is 6:02 p.m. on August 8th, 2025 in Westside Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. It is 21 degrees outside on a partly cloudy afternoon in the city. In this video, I travel for 2.4 kilometers starting at Kitsilano Beach Park, then stroll east on Cornwall, north on Burrard across the Burrard Street Bridge, ending my trek by the bus stop of Burrard and Davie. To support the channel, click the heart icon to send me super thanks. For updates, follow me on TikTok and Instagram at jforestwood. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, share it, and subscribe. Hey folks, Jerome Forestwood here. We're just over at Kitsilano Beach Park. You can see that things are getting ready for the annual Kits Fest that's going to be down here this weekend. Got the volleyball courts set up, the basketball courts set up, I got the tennis courts set up, we got the live music stage. Right now I got the School of Rock down there. They show up at other festivals over here in Kitsilano, like the Kitsilano Street Festival and stuff like that. Such a vibe on over here in Kitsilano in July, and now it's Kits Fest down here at Kits Beach here in the first few weeks of August. So much happening this weekend. There's a dumpling festival as well happening in Coquitlam, bubble tea festival over at Swangard Stadium. There's so much. What are we gonna do? I don't know. And so awesome. But yeah, good to have you here. Nice to have you here on the video. I'm just strolling on through the area. Across Cornwall Avenue here. I'll head this way. Around Cornwall over here. See just how busy it is on over here. It's not super crowded or anything, but there is a few people out here, and it comes to different restaurants and shops in the area. Just walk slowly through here. And up ahead of us here, this is Cornwall Ave, right on over here. Okay. This is such an epic place to be here in the city. And you can see right now just how sunny it is out here today. We have a nice summer day here in the city. It wasn't like this here yesterday on over here in Vancouver. No. Yesterday it was raining, so we're starting to enter back into a little bit more of the rainy season as we head into August. And then from there, of course, it'll just get rainier as we go along, slowly but surely, until we're into full weeks of rain in November and December and January and February and March, and then the sun comes back again. And there's Arbutus Street right there. This is Arbutus in Cornwall Ave. You can see over here a lot of the lower rise condominiums and apartment buildings along this stretch. There's a lot of people that live over here, hence the density is a little bit more. There's a few single dwelling homes over here too, but this place mainly in and around Kitsilano Beach Park, where we started off the video, is of course, and along Cornwall Ave here is mainly condominiums and apartment buildings here. Okay, just a whole lot of people live on over here. And then beyond this, a couple more blocks up, you'll start to enter into areas with a lot of multi-million-dollar single-family detached homes. So you get a large mix of people out here. Just so you know, these are like a lot of older condominiums. You can see a sold sign here. So they're selling the unit inside of the building. So for example, in this building, they just sold a unit and then they have another unit for sale. Nice beautiful patios here. And there is the signs right there for what they're selling and what's for sale on over here at this building. This building, of course, there's the main entrance right there. Okay, 2040 Cornwall Ave, and just a lot more of those condominiums. Sometimes people will lease out places and have people that they're paying rent to in some of these condominiums as well. We do have people that invest their money in these things too. So not always the condominium owner living in the older condo, but yeah. And then we have apartments too on over here. These are usually the ones with the Julienne doors for the balconies, or no balcony at all. And this will be the non-condominiums. So this is the intersection of a Maple and Cornwall. We're going to cross the street here. Over here, this is Kitts Point. That's where Kitsilano Beach Park is. Kitsilano Beach. As well as Vanu Park and Haddam Park. And we're on the south side of Kitts Point right now, walking along its border here. And after this, it's just residential Kitsilano. Kitts Point here is just an area with a lot more townhouses and condominiums as well in and around Kitsilano Beach and the waterfront. Really concentrating in those places where people really want to live close to the water, and making it more opportunities for more people to live, and like I said, closer to the water. Duh. So over here on Cornwall Ave, this is where you're gonna find a lot of different restaurants. We just passed a Japanese restaurant on over here. Not just sushi, a little bit more than that. There's a taco shop right on over here. And you can see there's plenty of people on the outside patio right now. Not packed, but still quite a few people. They're playing music outside of the restaurant. Here's your iconic Kitts Beach coffee right on over here. Used to have just like a screenshot from Microsoft of this place. That's how popular it was. You could have a screenshot of the Kitsilano Beach shop right here on your computer. That was wild. Wild back in the day. And then like there's just delicious restaurants on over here. Some burger places. Alabasha Express is here. Cockney King's Fish and Chip is here. They're busy right now. You can see the people behind me just coming on in for all that different food here. So that's good. And even over at the plaza where they got the Starbucks up ahead of us here, they also have Solly's where you can get your salmon, bagels, and lox right on over here on your Jewish style deli bagel. So a little bit of a cosmopolitan feel to this little stretch of restaurants on over here. Nice to have here in the area. So there's the plaza on over there. Solly's is over there. Starbucks is a big hit as well. One of the few places you'll find a pizza in Vancouver. There's a few others, but Fresh Slice is way more popular. This is the intersection of Cypress and Cornwall Ave. And we're waiting to just cross the street right now. Okay, we can cross the street. and keep going. There's also a nice burger joint on over here. This is one of the chains that you'll find, local chains that you'll find over here in Metro Vancouver. Triple O's, very popular. Part of the White Spot chain. That's their hamburger and joint. Love me some Triple O's. You can check out one of my live streams. I did a versus against Triple O's burger against Fat Burger. Fat Burger won, but Triple O's came a close second. They were delicious. They have a choice but they come a close second, but they were delicious too. So we'll keep strolling here along Cornwall Ave. Looks like they have counters over here. They're counting different types of vehicles that are coming through the area right now. This is what these guys sitting in these chairs are doing. They click their box every time a car comes through. They might be looking for a specific type of car. So over here we've just turned off of Cornwall Ave and we're starting to walk along Burrard Street here. There's a little bit of a green space on over here too. And this will take us up and over the Burrard Street Bridge. One of the bridges here in the downtown, here on the downtown peninsula that connects you on over to Kitsilano right on over here. So this is one way you can walk from the downtown core to Kitsilano, or vice versa. We're heading on back across the street on over here. You can see the old Labatt's Brewery. And there's a No More sitting on the other side of the border there in the Fairview neighborhood. They're still trying to sell that place. Who knows how long that will take to sell. Let's keep going. And you can see that over here on the Kitsilano Beach, they have a nice dedicated bike lane. So if you are a cyclist or use some other type of non-automotive traveling devices or non-motorcycle traveling devices like electric bikes or regular bikes or scooters or electric unicycles or whatever you're choosing to use, there's a dedicated lane for you on over here. So you don't have to mix with the traffic. And then over here too, they have these beautiful new towers. And these are being built on the Skeena territory of the Squamish people. The Squamish people are making these buildings for some of their people so that they can live here in the downtown core. Absolutely beautiful. And literally changing the face of Vancouver. And showing up Vancouver, showing them what could be possible here in Vancouver. Seeing as we've had a little bit of a stagnation in some of the building here in the city, and at a time when we need a lot more housing, both rental and units for people to purchase, whether it's a single-family home or more often these days, people don't want to take care of a whole single-family home. They just want a nice condo. And like I was showing you over here at Kitts Beach, a lot of condominiums are a heck of a lot older. So we need to freshen up some of our housing stock and get some more housing stock in so we can bring more people into the city and increase our tax base. Such a predicament. It's so great to see like the Musqueam people, or not the Musqueam, the Squamish. There's three nations here, the Tsleil-Waututh, Musqueam, and the Squamish, that Vancouver City is on unceded territory for. Okay. Always something to remember, but really it's so nice to see them building these towers and just showing like what some really good architecture can happen here. Because back in the day, we had some really good architecture built here too. Like, look at the downtown core here. There's some beautiful buildings right in front of you there. We just need a whole bunch more of that. So we just need to loosen a little bit of red tape at the municipal, provincial, and federal levels, and hopefully we'll get a few more buildings built faster, but still within code. Let's keep strolling here on the Burrard Street Bridge. You can see that this is a popular place to go for a little stroll. If you're in the neighborhood, a lot of locals will just choose to walk across the bridge. It doesn't take that long. It takes about 15 minutes to get across the bridge. Sometimes if you're a little slower, it could take you half an hour, but really a nice pace of a walk. It's about 15 minutes. Easy to get on over here. The other cool thing about this area on over here is that this is one of the bridges that doesn't have like a super big hill here. A few of the other bridges you gotta really, if you're riding a bike up on top. Hey, nice to see you. Up on top of the bridge. Okay, it takes a little bit of effort. It's a more gradual climb and a lower slope here on the Burrard Street Bridge to get up and onto it. So it's a little easier of a climb. It still is a hill, so you will have to pop a bit if you're not used to it, but yeah, definitely. One of the nicer bridges from the downtown peninsula to the west side to ride a bike on, if you're choosing to do so. And if you got some really good eyes, you might be able to see the Cornwall Street Bridge there on the other side. And while the Burrard Street Bridge will connect you to both Fairview and Kitsilano, the Cornwall Street Bridge is really the bridge that will take you into the heart of the Fairview neighborhood, while the Burrard Street Bridge over here really takes you over to the edge of a vibrant Kitts Point with Kitsilano Beach, Haddon Park, and Haddon Beach, as well as Vantage Park, and a whole bunch more interesting spots, including the Vancouver Museum and the Space Center, and the McMillan Space Center. So pretty cool, as well as the Skeena Squamish Reserve. Over here we got the Burrard Civic Marina. You can see a lot right here. This is over at the mouth of Falls Creek, and you can see the mountains in the background there. There's Cypress Mountain right there, and then if you see the mountains behind those towers there, that is Grouse Mountain, and that is the west end. It's also where Sunset Beach is. So when you come on over to the Burrard Street Bridge here, you're really seeing also nice viewpoints on over here of Falls Creek. Depending on the side of the bridge you're on, whether you're on the east side, you're going to be seeing into Falls Creek and over to Granville Island, and over on this side on over here, when the fireworks are on, you'll get people lining up on the street here, especially people making videos, vlogs, and all that stuff. Okay. As well as photographers just trying to catch the perfect fireworks shot. This is a great viewpoint from which to watch the fireworks. So This isn't at the active street, but here's one of the crown jewels here on the Burrard Street Bridge right now for you. A little bit of Art Deco art. Or Art Deco architecture. Let's look. Right there, look at that. You got the nice ship right there. Okay. Over in the center here you got the logo. And then you got another one of the ships on the other side. A different face. A different head on the ship. Part of that Art Deco architecture that we have over here in Vancouver that we don't necessarily have as much of in other cities across Canada. A lot of other Art Deco architecture in bigger cities like Toronto is gone, but Vancouver still has kept a lot of its Art Deco architecture on over here. So we're lucky to have a little bit of that, especially over here on the Burrard Street Bridge. Very cool to see, very, very cool to see. So we'll keep strolling here along the bridge. Wow. Hey, good to see you. All the locals. Handing out a high five. Let's look. Once you get on over here, you really start getting into that downtown core on over here. Just so cool to see. Just how like how the neighborhood changes as you're strolling through the area. Okay. So you go from like the lower level buildings, like the 3 to 6 stories on over in Kitsilano, and you come on over here and you get like these 30 to 40 story towers, all densely packed here in the downtown core and in the West End. Just such a stark difference. It's so cool, so cool. So if you like living in the busyness, you can live over here in the downtown core and take the Burrard Street Bridge over to Kitsilano Beach. Or if you want to live on over in Kitsilano, it's a little quieter, then you could come on over to the downtown core where you might possibly work or something like that, you know. So there's lots of different housing options here in the city of Vancouver. Okay, well, we still need more. We need to increase that taxpayer base. We need some more owners over here. There's Beach Avenue right there. You can see some of the cyclists riding down the cycle path there over on Beach Ave. 2 clicks and we're back up. That's the West End. So this side of Burrard Street all the way over to West Georgia in the West End. And this side of Burrard Street all the way over into the Vancouver Harbour front. Okay. That is the downtown core, and within that you have the sub-neighborhoods of Cole Harbour, very distinct from the rest of the downtown core, as well as the sub-neighborhoods of Chinatown and Yaletown as well. Chinatown also crosses over into the downtown east side. It's one of the other distinct sub-neighborhoods, as well as Yaletown, which is another one of the distinct sub-neighborhoods. A lot of young, upward professionals over in the Kitsa or over in the Yaletown area. like they're getting back out there. Good to see her. And this is the intersection of Pacific Street and Burrard Street. Once you get up to Homer Street here, Pacific Street turns into Pacific Boulevard. Okay, so it goes from a more of a narrow street to a wider boulevard with a few more lanes in it. Okay, so it does get a little bit wider. It also passes along that way, along Pacific Street. It passes by the Canada West University. One of the universities over here on the downtown peninsula and in the downtown core. We do have a few other major universities in the area. The Canadian ones are Simon Fraser University, okay, and we also have UBC on over here in the downtown core as well. They have their, Simon Fraser has their Burnaby campus as well as their downtown campus. And the same with UBC. It's got its University Endowment Land campus next to the Point Grey, West Point Grey neighborhood here on the west, or over there on the west side of Vancouver, as well as its downtown location here too. So, and then we have other satellite universities here too, like Northwestern University from the States, and yeah, a few more. Believe it or not, I'll let you look those up. We'll keep strolling here in the neighborhood. Just crossing Harwood.
Moto rental car. I had to wait because they flew in and I was like, and then I like saw them driving it totally.
So you can see how people over here just kind of hanging out on the street with friends, having a nice chat over here on the west end side of Burrard Street. Okay, here on the downtown peninsula. It's a nice little thriving residential area. Once we get off of this retail street here in Burrard, a lot of different apartment buildings and condominiums as well. All, like I said, densely packed together here in the downtown core. The West End is actually one of the most densely packed neighborhoods here in the city. It's like you can cross the street here, so we'll cross Burrard Street here. You can see Burrard Street right there. You're walking across the street. Such a beautiful day to be out and about here in the city. So if you are out here, you definitely picked a good day to be out here on Burrard Street with me, Jerome Forestwood. So thanks for coming along. Man, like this beautiful, beautiful fountain on over here on Burrard Street. Near Burrard and Davie. It's just so cool.
Right up to that.
Walk through the neighborhood here. There's the number too. I'm gonna wait on over here. I actually have a friend who's coming from further in, and I'm gonna meet him actually over at this bus stop. So he's on the next bus that's coming over in 8 minutes. So I'm gonna wait right here for the next bus. But yeah. Thanks for coming along. Just remember to share, like, and subscribe if you haven't already hit that subscribe button. And yeah, I'll talk to you later. Have a good day.